This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My name is Mark Farzetta. Awful, just awful. Last I heard from Rob Thompson, I actually went back and I listened to Rob Thompson's post-game interview upon leaving St. Louis, where, of course, they dropped that series to the Cardinals. And I listened to Rob Thompson. I'm like, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. I had a bingo card ready. I was ready to mark it off, and I heard Rob Thompson say it. I knew he was going to say it, and he said it. Home cooking. Hopefully we get some home cooking. We come home, we get some home cooking. Did the Phillies make it to Philly, back to Philly in like at 3:40 in the morning? Did that happen? No. Oh, no. Okay. Well, hey, their offense got 4 runs, right? Still 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. That was terrible. Alec Bohm got a double, and they wasted it. And Taijuan Walker, 2025 Taijuan Walker, yay. 2024 Taijuan Walker, boo. Why did 2024 Taijuan Walker come back into 2025 Taijuan Walker? Because that was absolutely horrendous tonight from Taijuan Walker. Oh, and then the bullpen was like, hold on, let's we want to be givers too. We want to make sure that the San Francisco Giants continue to get extra base hit after extra base hit after extra base hit. We want to be nice. So then they come in there. Tanner Banks can't throw a strike. Tanner Banks is giving up home run balls and continuing to struggle. This is awful. I actually had this thought. This thought, though fleeting, ran in and out of my brain. I miss the Sixers. That's what happened. I was like, I miss the Sixers. I was like, oh, do I? Because I actually had some better feeling. I had a better feeling about the Phillies before they started their season, much more than I did right before the Sixers started their season. And here's one thing that really got me tonight. It was one of the more frustrating things, in all honesty, because I've told you guys they just need to sit Alec Bohm. He got a double tonight. Adorable. I don't care. Just sit the man down. I think he's still a much better ball player than what we're seeing, and I think he's going to get back by the time, middle of the season. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it's not good. Watching Alec Bohm have a good approach to the plate in his first 3 at-bats. He takes the first 3 pitches in his first 3 at-bats tonight. First time he struck out, 7-pitch at bat, but still showed a little patience, showed some discipline. Second at bat, works the count a little bit, takes the first 3 pitches. It results in a gap-splitting double to left field where you get runners on second and third with nobody out, by the way. Then he comes up to the plate again later in the ball game, and he hacks at a first pitch that would have been a first pitch ball. It was inside, and instead he hacked away at it. Like, it's the little things like that. Like, you got a little bit of success, and now all of a sudden you're going to start being aggressive. Next at bat again, he took 3 pitches. And by the way, in his first at bat, 3 pitches were good pitches, but he didn't flail away at him for the low curve balls that were in the dirt. Thank goodness. In the later at bat in the game, seeing him have that little success and then try to jump on a fastball early in a count is just not the guy. Well, by early in a count, I mean the first pitch. He just still, to me, looks like a guy that's lost. Hey, I'll cross my fingers that double is the one that gets him out of it. But, man, still seeing a lot of the same things from Alec Bohm in that one at-bat that you just can't see anymore. Trea Turner constantly swinging at the first pitch. It worked well for the Phillies in the early goings of this game. Because remember, about 2.5 hours ago, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe it now, but I'll remind you. The Phillies led this game 3-0. And then Taijuan Walker just let it go. Just let it rip. We'll get into the specifics right now. Once again, welcome into Locked On Phillies Postcast. Let's start it off in that first inning where, oh my goodness gracious, you get a pickoff move by Taijuan Walker when you had a one-out base runner. Good for you, Taijuan Walker. Now, all of a sudden, you got 2 outs in the inning, and things are looking good. You end up striking out Lee to end the first inning. Going to the bottom of the first inning, Bryson Stott, a leadoff single. Trea Turner, an RBI double. Bing, bang, boom, 1-0 Phillies. We're feeling good. Home cooking, baby. Delicious. Harper then strikes out. Schwarber's at the plate. There's a wild pitch. Turner goes to third on that one. Castellanos comes up, gets the RBI single to left field on a 2-2 sinker. He showed some discipline in his at-bat as well. Now it's 2-0 Phillies. Then Kepler goes up there, and he busts it down the first baseline to beat out a double play ball. So a run scores. It's 3-0 in favor of the Phils. Alec Bohm comes up. This is the at-bat I told you about. took the first 3 pitches, and then unfortunately he worked a 2-2 count, went down on a curveball, and that was that. Second inning is where the doors absolutely 100% were blown off, and we can absolutely, without question, call it the turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
So a 2-out double by Ramos here off Taijuan Walker. Then he walks Wade, works a 3-2 count, walks Wade, loses him there. Flores steps up, hits an RBI single to center field, slider up in the zone, just hanging up there in the zone from Taijuan Walker, begging for Flores to just smack it, and he smacked it into center field for the RBI single. Now all of a sudden it's a 3-1 game. Okay, fine. Bailey steps up to the plate next, runner on first, runner on second and first. Bailey hits a chopper to Taijuan Walker. This should be an inning-ending double play ball. This is an inning-ending double play ball. Instead of Taijuan Walker throwing it to Trea Turner, who's covering second base, he throws well wide of Trea Turner and puts the ball into center field. Next thing you know, run comes around to score. You're now only up 1 run. It's 3-2. Fitzgerald steps up. He gets the 3-run home run. And yeah, by the way, he's, I hate to do this, but he is.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Yeah, in case you missed it tonight, Tyler Fitzgerald is the 9-hole hitter of the San Francisco Giants, who just, talk about home cooking. He cooked tonight. He did a lot of cooking tonight. Those 3 runs right there, one of his 3 hits on the day. It was a rough one at the hands of Tyler Fitzgerald tonight for the San Francisco Giants, taking it to the Phils on that 3-hit night. Without question, the player of the game. After that, Adames comes up there. Adames comes up. He hits the home run on a sinker that was out over the middle of the plate. And now it's 6-3 in favor of the San Francisco Giants with a 6-run second inning. Taijuan Walker was out of that inning. They ended up putting 5 more runs up in that inning. That's without question the turning point, and that's where we looked at Taijuan Walker and said, well, this is the guy that we saw most of last year. True, the error got to him, I think. But again, he was leaving pitches up in the zone a lot. That slider was hanging a little bit more than you'd like to see. But after you give him a 3-0 lead, you at least would like to see somewhat of a shutdown inning. He almost, he would have had a bad inning by allowing a run. He had a horrible inning by allowing 6. If he would have turned that double play, who usually is a good fielding pitcher, fails on that particular instance. Phillies then have an opportunity in the 4th inning to get back into this ball game. It's still a 6-3 ball game in favor of the San Francisco Giants. Max Kepler steps up there. He gets an infield single, beating it out to shortstop. Another hustle play by him for a second hit of the ball game. This time, he doesn't have eye contact with Raup today. Doesn't have eye contact. I looked at it. I went back. He totally quick pitched him. Max Kepler busted down the line again. He reaches first base. Then Alec Bohm steps up, takes the first 3 pitches, slams a double into left center field gap. Change up that was up and that was in on him. Kept the hands in, put it in the left field gap, left center field gap. Good to see. Now you got second and third. Nobody out. Johan Rojas at the plate. 3 pitches later, sits down. Bye-bye. I honestly, at that moment, just rather him bunt. Like, I'm not expecting anything from Johan Rojas, okay? You want to think he's done better this year? You know he's done better. He bunted. He's bunted well this year. You know what he was terrible at in this particular bat? Just swinging at missing pitches. Swinging and missing pitches. Curveball gets him low in the zone. He swings over top of it. That was that first out of the inning. But don't worry, he's still got the top of the order coming up. Bryson Stott, Trea Turner, who's already got an RBI double in the ballgame. Something good's going to happen, right? Oh, God, no. Oh, what are you kidding me? No way. Bryson Stott flies out to left field. Trea Turner grounds out on a first pitch comebacker to wrap there at the mound. 17 pitch inning it was when you had runners at second and third with nobody out. Bing, bang, boom, they're done. 5th inning, a little bit of life all of a sudden with Nick Castellanos hitting a solo home run, a 3-1 curveball that just hung up there enough. I was wondering when somebody was going to get gotten by Rupp, because Harper was up earlier in the 5th inning. Harper gets 5 consecutive curveballs. 5. He strikes out. Next man up, Kyle Schwarber flies out or pops out to second base. Nick Castellanos comes up there. He hits the 3-1 hanging curveball. It wasn't a terrible pitch. It was down and in. I could definitely see Castellanos taking it. He drops the barrel of the bat down on there and just crushes it 400 feet to left center field. It's now a 6-4 ball game. All of a sudden, it's a 2-run game. All right, let's get something going. Yastrzemski steps up in the 7th inning, unfortunately, off Banks. He's down in the count 0-2. Banks loses him. Works a full count, 3-2, and then he just leaves a pitch out over the middle of the plate. 8th pitch at the at-bat, and Yastrzemski belts it for a 2-run homer. It's 8-4. Then all of a sudden, Yaz comes back up in the 9th inning for a 2-run double, or excuse me, for an RBI double. Makes it 9-4. And, did we really even have hope? After Yastrzemski hit the 2-run home run in the 7th inning and made it 8-4, I was like, all right, well, that's about it. There was one instance where at least I was waiting for something really good to happen. In the top of the 7th inning, Yastrzemski hits a 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning, they bring an Eric Miller pitch, the lefty, out of the bullpen. He's got to face Turner, Harper, and Schwarber. Turner flies out to center field. Harper gets a single, so now you got a 1-out base runner. Singles to center field, little humpback liner over the shortstop's head. Schwarber steps up. He flies out to center field. He was hacking tonight, man. If he connected on any of those swings, like halfway decent, other than the flyouts tonight, these are Ryan Howard-esque upper deck shots to right field. If he connected on any of them, unfortunately he didn't. So that's that. But now it's 2 outs with a base runner. Nick Castellanos works a walk. JT Realmuto steps up to the plate, and I thought for a second was going to give us some life. He belts a 1-1 fastball inside, down the left field line, towering high fly ball deep down the left field line. Even T-Mac on the TV call thinks it's gone, and it was gone, but it was gone foul. Just a little bit too foul. Would have made it, at that point, a 1-run ball game. Unfortunately, no 3-run home run. It goes from now a 1-1 pitch to a 1-2 count. Realmuto works it full. Should have drawn the walk as Miller threw him. I think it was a slider. Miller throws him a slider that is well outside. I wish I could. I have it on my Twitter. If you look at my Twitter, you can see it. If you haven't seen it, it's well outside. And Tony Rendazzo rings him up looking. And JT Realmuto, mild-mannered as he is, also a catcher, rarely ever argues with the umpires, especially as a hitter. Every once in a while, you see him do the double, the windmill, he calls it, as the broadcast crews do the windmill if his pitcher doesn't get a strike call that should be a strike. He does the windmill. That's kind of his protest. Maybe you'll see the face turn around. He'll say something to the umpire. Rarely ever in the box does he say anything. He does the squat, basically. Takes the helmet off like can't believe it, thinks he's walked, thinks the bases are loaded. But instead, strike 3 called. He rings him up. For the people that are big fans of human error for the Philly or for Major League Baseball, hate the robo-umps and all that stuff, congratulations. I hope you were doing the wave when you came to your excitement for the human error there. But it was terrible. Did it really matter big time to the game? Hey, you know what? I don't know. Probably not, because that would be the Phillies would have to hit with runners in scoring position twice, and they weren't going to do that. But all in all, that really pissed me off. Rage mode. I can't stay at a rage mode level all the time with the Phillies. There are 162 of these, and at some point I just start shaking my head like these poor souls. These poor souls. They added more runs the Giants, but that was pretty much it when it came to the Phillies having any chance of doing anything in the ball game in that 7th inning. So that one was a bit of a rough one. When we come back, I'll take a look at your comments. Also, take a look at just what wasn't working well for Taijuan Walker tonight. That's what we'll get into. And one thing in particular that the San Francisco Giants did tonight, that is pretty much what they've been doing all season long. We'll talk about that when we return. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. I swear it is for real. There we go. Now it's time I get to tell you about wonderful pistachios. Wonderful pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Look no further than Wonderful Pistachios. Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios, one of the highest protein nuts. Did you know that? Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber, and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days. And boy, oh boy, with our first Eagles the squad podcast today with Harry Mays and I, Jason Martinez will be joining us as well. I was on a go today. I was on the go. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, the in-shell options are classic. Oh, just wonderful. Enjoy yourself. Some wonderful pistachios. They're not just good pistachios. They're not great pistachios. They're wonderful pistachios. That's what they are. Get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs the protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Let's talk about Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and go, where did the money go? It's happened to me from time to time, between dining out, online shopping, entertainment as well. It's easy to lose track of your finances, and that's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and cover and control as well when it comes to your financing. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. That's how you have to think of it. You can track all your activities, investments, and spending in one place so you can stop just managing your money and start building wealth. When I started using Monarch Money, I realized how much money I did spend on to-go orders, food deliveries, and whatnot. 2 young kids, got to save money. Managing money with your partner is also smoother than ever. You track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use promo code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com. Promo code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year with Monarch Money. monarchmoney.com. So when you look at what the San Francisco Giants did tonight, Yastrzemski, double. Fitzgerald, double. Ramos, double. Fitzgerald, triple. Yastrzemski, home run. Adames, 1 home run, his first of the season. Fitzgerald, 1 home run, his first of the season. As I said, the Phillies are a giving people. They're one of the best teams in baseball. They're the best team in baseball when it comes to extra base hits. You let them get the extra base hits. This lineup ain't going to keep up with them right now. This lineup ain't going to keep up. We talked about this in the first series of the season, actually, where this is kind of going to be who the Phillies are and who we expect them to be, where they'll have games where all of a sudden they put up 8 runs or something like that. They'll have games where, like in the first couple of games of the season, they'll have games where they can't hit starting pitching, and then all of a sudden they just pounce on the bullpen. Tonight wasn't going to be a night where you could just sit back and let the San Francisco Giants go hog wild on pitching, because this Phillies lineup ain't going to keep up with that kind of offensive onslaught, unfortunately. Let's kick around what I think you'll be kicking around tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Probably the frustration of this Phillies team. The San Francisco Giants came in here as an 11-4 team. They're a good baseball team, and it barely put up a fight. I think a sentence that'll get said around the water cooler tomorrow is, you knew at some point Taijuan Walker was going to return to form, am I right? Something like that. Because that's certainly what it looked like at least in that second inning. And I know a lot of that was on him with his play, but also hanging sliders. Splitter lost a little bit of life. His cutter had become a pitch that going into today, he was really relying on more in his first 2 starts. It looked like he was a little bit more splitter dependent today. That's just going off the eye test. But he was throwing the cutter just a little bit more than the splitter going into today. It didn't feel like that as I was watching the ball game. And certainly it didn't look like Taijuan Walker had his best stuff. By the way, looking at his numbers today overall, Taijuan Walker today, 99 pitches. 99 pitches to get through today's ball game. Just 5 innings of work, 99 pitches, only 62 for strikes, only 62 for strikes. 6 runs, 4 of them earned. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts is what he went up with. But you see, Tanner Banks was also getting got to as well. Jose Ruiz did give up 2 runs. 1 of them earned on 3 hits, only striking out 1. And his inning of work needed 20 pitches to get through that. Tanner Banks needed 45 to get through his 2 innings of work. He did get 4 strikeouts. As for the Phillies bats, really, I talked about Nick Castellanos. I talked about Bryce Harper's hit and Max Kepler hustling down the line. When it came to just about everybody else, though, for the Phils, not a depleted lineup when you talk about 8 hits with 4 runs, but still, when you talk about clutch hitting, it wasn't there for the Phils tonight. 1 for 11. I believe they're 3 for the last 31 with runners in scoring position. Ducks are on the pond. You got to swing the willow wand, friend. And they haven't been doing that, at least not with any efficiency, as they say. Let's get to the chat check. I want to see what you guys have to say about this embarrassing loss. Michael Evans, who else knew the game was over after Walker threw the ball in the center field? I was holding out hope. Evelyn, well, we didn't do ourselves any favors. The umpire completely screwed our chances of that JT strike call. Oh, runners in scoring position because it drives me crazy. Right? Jeremy, what's going on? Same old narrative with this team. Cannot get guys home with less than 2 outs. Who is our starting center fielder? Why don't we have one? I know it's only April, but this team ain't going anywhere. Yeah, it looks like, and according to Rob Thompson, Brandon Marsh is going to get at least a couple of days off when you talk about the starting lineup for the Phils. I know he was in there late as a center fielder, but you're not going to be seeing him in the starting lineup anytime soon, and I really see this as an opportunity, although not a great one, for Johan Rojas. Other than that, hey, Justin Crawford, you want to party? You want to come on up and party? K-Rock Fitness, 1 for 11 runners in scoring position. Oof. The only thing about good about tonight's game was the BOGO hot dogs. There you go. There you go, Chris. And by the way, everyone wish K-Rock Fitness there a happy birthday. If she's still in the chat, wish her a happy birthday. It's her birthday today. That's right. Jeremy, who else is in here tired of the inconsistent strike zone every single game? This is what people want. Jeremy. It's unfortunate. Michael Evans, hello. Which of Rojas's 3 punch-outs was the most painful to watch? It was the one in the, what did I say? I rattled it off earlier. The 4th inning? Yeah, it was the 4th inning. 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. Rojas goes down on 3 pitches chasing the low curveball. The 6th inning where he struck out also chasing a slider. Here's what drove me bananas about that one, Michael. Thank you for mentioning it. Here's what drove me bananas about Johan Rojas in the 6th inning. He's down in the count 1-2. Can't remember if it was the 2-2 or 3-2. I think it was the 2-2. Must have been the 2-2. Or the 1-2 pitch. I think it was the 1-2 pitch. They tried to get Rojas to chase the ball. No, it was the 2-2 pitch because it set up the 3-2. They tried to get him to chase a slider in the dirt. Johan Rojas somehow, magically, mystically, inexplicably lays off the pitch. I don't know how it happened, but he didn't swing at it. So I'm thinking, oh, look at the discipline by Johan Rojas. Here we go, friend. Very next pitch, slider in the dirt, swings at it. Strike 3, see you later. Bryson Stott steps up next. And this was after Kepler led off with a double in the 6th inning. Bohm grounded out to first pitch swinging. He goes down in the count 0-2. Bad at bat by him. First pitch was up and in. I thought it would have been a ball, but whatever. That's what happens. Kepler actually gets to 3rd, so now I got a runner on 3rd with 1 out. Rojas goes down on the at bat I just described, and Stott flew out to left field. Good times. Having so much fun. Charles Carbone. No home cooking. Walker should not get another start. Rojas is an automatic out up at the plate. Well, we seem to have a lot. We seem to have a lot of those automatic outs, unfortunately, there, John. Timothy B, hello. Yo, Farzetta, I'm sick and tired of seeing other teams bring their high draft picks up to the majors within a year or 2. Not the Phillies, though. Guys languish, great usage of that word, in the minors. I feel like this is a continued comment. Yes, hold on. Tired of it still. Keep the guys who stink rather than bring up the high draft picks. Provide energy. I hope they'd provide energy. Nearly a rookie, too. Go figure. At least the Phillies only struck out 13 times, right? Less than 50% K rate for our boys. All right. Bottom of the lineup was a black hole. Remember earlier in the season, like a week ago, when we were saying, hey, the guys at the bottom of the order really got to do the job. They really got to do the job. If this team's going to do anything special, guys at the bottom of the order really got to do the job. Hey, look at the bottom of the order, not doing the job. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. What's going on here? Stop that. There we go. Timothy B. Timothy B with a happy birthday to K-Rock. There we go. Timothy B. Lastly, Farzetta, where is Babs? Where is Babs? Haven't seen her comment. You know, she told me she's going to be joining. I'm glad you pointed that out. That's funny. Hopefully I'll find her on one of my other platforms. Christopher Michael, I agree with your 1, 2, 3, 4 poo emojis. Thank you for that. Ross Dogs, Kevin Long is awful. Uppercut swings do not work. Right? Jake Downs. I like this. Opinion on Topper or K-Long not getting thrown out after the JT bad call. You know, you could call it old school. I call it good school, in the words of Charlie Manuel. It's not just old school. It's good school. Yeah, if your team is lifeless, where's your skipper stepping up for everybody? Because that was atrocious. Tony Rendez was just there. Yeah, it's a strike. Miss Guzzi. That's probably what he said. Anyway. Jeremy jumped in here. There you go. Happy 30th. 30th. Yeah. Happy 30th. All right. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful as per usual. All right. Tomorrow, Philadelphia Phillies are back at it. Yeah, there's more of this. Phillies are going to play tomorrow again against San Francisco Giants. Same time, 6:45 start time. This time, you got Justin Verlander against Jesus Luzardo. In case you've missed it, Justin Verlander is his name. He's been around for a while. Winless in 3 starts. He's got a 6.92 ERA. He's given up 2 home runs so far this season. He's been walking guys. Coming off a 5 2/3 inning performance where he allowed 5 earned runs against Cincinnati. So, hey, Phillies bats, how about you jump on this guy tomorrow, right? Right? Come on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You guys are great as per usual, unlike the Phillies. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. You got me covering your postcast needs. Also, programming note, in case you didn't hear this yet, no postcast Saturday night. Family wedding, so I won't be doing the postcast. I'll be on the dance floor, probably. You know what I'm saying? That's probably where. But no postcast Saturday night. Phillies back at it tomorrow night, 6:45 against the San Francisco Giants. Look forward to hopefully breaking down a win with you guys. That'd be nice instead of a 3rd consecutive loss. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You guys are great as per usual. Oh, Kate Rock says thank you. That's very nice. Thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Be back with you guys tomorrow. Bye.